Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your league chair, Stan Barnes.
This opportunity to personally thank the members of the Ohio Credit Union League and the league board. I appreciate your service and your commitment, and I appreciate the confidence that you have shown in me by allowing me to serve as your chair. I take it as a huge responsibility and one that I do not take lightly. Because, ladies and gentlemen, bottom line here is I am a believer. I believe in the credit union movement. I believe in the credit union philosophy. And I believe, as Bill Herring says, that credit unions do have the power to change lives one at a time. I believe in the power of collaboration, and I believe in the Ohio Credit Union League. I believe that together we are stronger, our voices are louder, our message is clearer, our futures are brighter, and our impact can be greater than ever before. And I believe that each and every one of us has a part to play. We all have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to the movement, certainly to our credit unions, to our members, to each other, and to the Ohio Credit Union League. Tonight, in the short time that I have to speak with you, I want to do it not only as an elected officer of your state trade association, but I want to be able to speak to you tonight as one credit union peer to another, CEO to CEO. Or if you're a C-level executive, a board chair, a board member, a branch manager, a marketing officer, a member service representative, a teller, it really doesn't matter in the end because we all share the same responsibility. Each and every day, our responsibility as credit union professionals is to create value for our members. And in your credit unions, you do it a lot of different ways. You do it by creating and adding new products and services. You do it by offering new convenient access channels for your members to access their services with you. You do it by providing new facilities or by joining the shared branching network. All of those things, those cool things that you do for your members, adds value to their relationship with you. And the same is true at the Ohio Credit Union League. Our responsibility at the league as a board member and as staff of the league is to work very hard every day to create value, to add tangible value to your relationship with the league. We just talked about some of the accomplishments that have taken place over the last 2 years, and many of those were rooted in this idea that we need to provide tangible value as part of your membership with us. And we'll continue to do that. Now, in your credit union, you all know that regardless of the cool products and services or convenient items that you provide your members, it is absolutely of no value if your members do not use those products, if they don't engage. And the very same is true at the Ohio Credit Union League. We can create product, we can add tangible value, but if our members, all of you, don't engage, then all of that value is left on the table. I really believe that when all of this value runs head-on into what I like to call determined engagement, that's where the real power happens. At my credit union, CSE, we have pursued a strategy of determined engagement. We participate with the Ohio Credit Union League at every possible level that our resources will allow, whether that's through governance or the new credit union outreach alliances or any possible level in between. That strategy of determined engagement is so ingrained in our credit union that I want to share a story with you that illustrates that pretty well. Before each and every one of our board meetings, my board chairman, Millard Nyber, will come in a little early. he will sit down with me, we will go through the agenda, we will look at the items, and he'll talk to me about what we hope to accomplish at that meeting. He'll ask if anything has come up that is different, anything he needs to know about, and he always likes to be prepared. And this last board meeting was very similar to a lot of others with one major exception. We had 3 board members who were starting as board members for the very first time. This would be their first meeting. And Millard was concerned about that. He was talking about the onboarding process for these 3 brand new board members, and he said, Stan, you know, we really have to make sure that these board members understand that we are part of a system, that we have a national organization that advocates on our behalf, that tries to take care of regulatory overburden and pursues legislation that helps credit unions. And they need to know that at the state level, we have a trade association that works just as hard. And they need to know that part of that system are local organizations called these outreach alliances. They need to understand all of that. To me, that was a pretty powerful statement that this strategy of determined engagement with our league is alive and well and has certainly been helpful to us. So my challenge to each and every one of you tonight is to make 2015 a year of determined engagement. Engage with the league like you never have before. And how can you do that? There's a lot of ways. When the league staff calls and asks you to participate in a media visit with a local reporter and tell the credit union story, say yes. When the regulatory affairs staff calls you and says that they need a credit union to host a meeting with the legislature, to lobby for legislation that will help credit unions and give you the chance to tell the credit union story, say yes. When you receive the invitations for the GAC or Hike the Hill, again, places where we can tell our credit union story, say yes. When your outreach alliances work very hard to stand up, in many cases, their first efforts at community outreach, and they want you to be involved to tell the credit union story, say yes. When CUNA sends you an email and asks you to help quantify the cost of compliance, just like Becky Landis did at State Highway Patrol Credit Union, she told the credit union story. She said yes. Before I leave here tonight, I just want to do 2 more things. First would be this. All of this value creation that we talked about and all of this engagement does not happen without the hard work of one incredibly dedicated staff at the Ohio Credit Union League. They are incredibly committed to the movement, to the credit unions in Ohio, and they work very hard. I have had the chance to work now with them very closely, and I am very impressed. They love the credit union movement, they believe in what they do, and we are a much better organization, and we're much better credit unions because of their efforts. And finally, I want to thank all of you once again, our membership. I want to thank you for being here tonight and participating in our 81st annual meeting. And thank you for being here over the next 2 days to support Invest 48. I really look forward to visiting with each and every one of you over the next 2 days and learning how the League can better help your credit union engage, succeed, and grow.